Alright guys, so I'm down here paying bills and I decided that I can go ahead and show you guys our budget because I'm already here. That way I don't have to make another video. So I've got a couple minutes, I'll show you. So this is my recollections planner from Michaels, and I've had it for about 7 months. So yep, that's what I use. I just bought the 2017 inserts, and that's pretty much it. Usually I have a pin here, but I've been using it, so it's not in here. So I would just jump in and show you guys, which I'll probably just show you February. Yep, February, because I've already started writing in January. So this is not going to be like an in-depth like budget video like some people do. This is literally just kind of how I budget in this planner. So what I do is I just write the paycheck date, and I kind of go through and pre-date it, so it's already done. So this is the February, this is the beginning, so the February like front cover. So the next sheet is this, and it has the date of the paycheck, and then it just says paycheck amount and then expense deduction. So down here I write all the expenses for that 2-week period, and for the cash envelopes and stuff for that 2-week period. So that'll be written all here with the amounts, and then I try to leave a little bit of space to put confirmation numbers, so it's all on one sheet. And then there's the second paycheck date. Now those are just official paycheck dates. I don't have his gas reimbursements in here. Usually what I'll do is on this piece of paper here, this blank, which is the back of the calendar, I will write in gas reimbursements and whatever expenses are going to be used for the gas reimbursements. So that's why you don't see that in here, because it's sporadic. The company has not got on like a specific payout for expenses. So right now it's up in the air. So yeah, and then my husband lives on commission, so the paychecks even are not the same. So yeah, he hasn't even been in this position a year, and nothing has been the same. No amount of money. So it's been interesting for me to budget. Whereas the old job, he was in that position for 10 years, and he pretty much was, every year we could balance and average out the pay periods, and I knew per season what he would make, because every season is different. Like when the students come back to university, he makes a lot more money, but when they're gone, then he doesn't make as much money. So we always base everything around that. This position is different because it's dealing with retail, and he's not selling his Targets and Best Buys, and he used to have Verizons, but the deal with them, they cut that loose. So he's mostly working with Walmart, Target, and Best Buy. So his workers in there determine how he gets paid. It's all weird and stuff. So when he doesn't have anybody working, he doesn't make any money. So it's weird, but that's where gas reimbursements will go, is in here. Expense reimbursements from work will go on this sheet, but regular paychecks will go there. And then I just keep this somewhere, is usually on here, but I put it here just so you guys can see. So this is kind of a basic cash envelope every 2 weeks, or if it's every week, it'll be half of that amount that I would withdraw every Friday or whenever, Thursday. So that's kind of the numbers. Basic, obviously, if he gets paid more, I bump those up depending on what's going on. If we're completely out of food, then it gets bumped up. If we're stocked, then I might even lower it. Usually I don't, because the boys are growing crazy, so they're eating everything. So that's just that sheet, and I move that around in here usually. And then for the monthly, I write in what bills are due. So I've already started doing some of the bills. Like on the first, our water bill, our Comcast, which is never that high, but because the kids were on break, we watched a lot of movies while they're on break, so that made our bill high. Storage, Netflix, sewer, and then our cash withdrawals on the paycheck periods. Microsoft is automatic withdrawal for our Microsoft Word and Excel and all that. Our student loan is pretty consistent, so that's already written in there. Our HostGator hosting for my website is already in there, and then our insurance, which just covers Both the vehicles full coverage, the renter's insurance, and I don't know if our life insurance is on this or through Jimmy's job. I'm not 100% sure, but I just know we paid $155. So that's what that is. So that's what the monthly is used for. And then the weekly, which I don't have written out, so I'm going to show you January, will look something like this. Starting balance, which just means for the beginning of the week. So starting balance, which I need to write in starting balance. GR, which is gas reimbursement, or PC is paycheck. I need to write that in there. WD is withdrawal. That way if Jimmy ever looks in here, I have the words and then the symbol or whatever. So every day I don't balance our account because we don't use our account every day, but I still put it in there. So let's say I was paying Sunday bills or whatever, I would just look in the account and look at the starting balance, which the previous week on the previous day should tell me in here what it is, because it should be all in sync. And then any deposits for that day, so it's all within the day. So Sunday, the balance, the deposit or paycheck, and then any withdrawals. So if we spend our debit card or if we pay a bill or go to the ATM, that will go here. So usually these are not used because it's kind of one day a week that money is generating or withdrawing or depositing in the account. So but when we get a little crazy with spending, then you'll see sporadic ATM or debit card purchases. I try to keep that down though, since we are on cash budget. So that's kind of what the weeks look like in this. So that's pretty simple, how we use the just single sheet in front of every month, and then the back of the monthly would be any extra income. Even sometimes my YouTube money will go on there, sometimes not, it just depends. I'm still trying to figure out with YouTube, PoundDots, and the 3P Faith Journals, all my sources of income, even on my blog or website, how I'm budgeting, because they're very sporadic in income. It's small amount and it's here and there. So it's not been budgeted. I don't know, that's probably not the wisest thing, because if you look back then you're like, oh, but you made this amount last year and you have nothing to show for it. So that's kind of something I probably should repent of and change and budget for. And at least if I'm going to spend it, know, hey, you spent it on A, B, and C. I haven't really done that. So it's kind of been like, oh, it's in there. I withdraw it and just kind of keep it as extra cash in my wallet. But now that it's picking up in steam and it's becoming an income, I need to be wise with God's money. So I still got to figure out how that'll go, but it'll probably go on this sheet because it is sporadic income. It'll go on this sheet, and then of course when it is deposited, it will go in whatever date it is deposited. So that's kind of our budgeting system. So this is just the basics of how I budget at home with this planner. I have an actual budgeting video, like all of our expenses and all of our cash envelopes and active savings and all that stuff is pretty much the same, except the amounts are really small because our income is a lot less than what he made in his old position. So yeah, but that's how I budget in this specific planner. So I hope this kind of helped you guys to kind of see how I do our weekly deposit withdrawals and stuff like that. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.